Hi. A lot of you know that we're getting a piece of property around the Rosebud area, right there on the Yellowstone River. And we have a small, well, it's not really small, we have a 12-volt water pump for throwing in the river to get water out. Now, if you have a pump like the one I have, a submersible, and it keeps getting stopped up, or you're worried about getting crud up in the pump and running the pump, this is a simple DIY fix that only costed me a few dollars, and I'm not exactly finished with it, but so far I'll show you what I have. I have a 5-gallon bucket, food safe. It is food grade. And there is my pump. Now, it is not finished because those up there, the U-bolts, they did not have enough. They only had 2, and I really needed 4. But, as you can tell, my hose is going through. And there's my power. Now, you're probably going, well, how's it going to get water? That's a good question. Well, of course, the bottom will, of course, be on. And I do have some L brackets that will go up underneath this lid and come up to here. And I will screw some screws or put some bolts on here to keep the lid on. Now, to get water into your pump without getting everything else, I recommend one of 2 ways. Drill some holes. Now, this is 1/16. That's what the drill bit is. And I will have to drill many more holes all the way around. Or you can use a razor blade. And you can make some slashes. Which will let water in, but not much anything else. If you're seriously worried about your pump, I would go with the 1/16 drill bits. And just put as many possible holes as you can. But at least go 4 to 5 inches from the bottom and don't have anything there. Because if you're sitting on the bottom of a river, creek, or lake, then you don't want to be sucking that stuff up. You just want the water and not the dirt down at the bottom. Now, you saw these on the inside. I'm actually missing 2. They didn't have them. And what I would do is I'll put one on this side over here, one on this side over here, and I will put some like dog chain or tie it down with something so I can actually tie that off, and I don't have to worry about my bucket or my pump going anywhere. And I wouldn't have to pull the hose to lift it up. I have a way to pull it up. So anyway, if you're interested and you have a pump like mine that you're going to be throwing in a river, a lake, I've got to keep that pump protected. Now, both of these are pretty easy to clean. When it comes to the holes, you can just take like a toothbrush and scrub it out real good, and that'll get any crud that builds up. If you do this, you see how flimsy that is. Some of that water may push this open. That's what you don't want. If you do this, I recommend you buy one of those paint strainers that fit in a 5-gallon bucket, or you wrap this all the way around with some type of screen. That way it'll help in case the water's really fast and it moves this in so much where stuff can get in there. What I'll probably do is I'll probably make 6 lines and then the rest in holes. And that way I can make sure my pump gets plenty of water and I know it's protected. And let me show you the inside again. And there you go. So if you want to build something like this to try to protect your pump, enjoy. And this is a DIY project, and if you're going to be making holes in this thing, it's going to take you a while. But once again, the holes, if they get stopped up, you can clean them real easy. And you can actually take the pump out just by loosening these nuts up here, and everything will come right out. Alright, that's it. Everyone have a good one.